is always a competition of surprises, and we saw that at Canadian Nationals last week, and of course we're going to see that here at US Nationals in San Jose, but I couldn't have expected a more surprising start to the senior competition than we saw last night with the senior pairs and the senior ladies programs in the short programs. So that's what we're going to get to first with a quick video recap of what happened last night before we get set for the things tonight. Well, the pairs kicked things off last night, and while I wasn't able to watch the competition live, I was following on Twitter, and imagine my surprise when all of a sudden Mary Beth Marley and Rockne Brubaker not only take the lead, but take the lead by storm, and in the process earn a standing ovation and their best program of their career together in the short. This program is fantastic for them because it really shows off their personality, but it also allows them, because Mary Beth is so much younger, it allows them to be young but still relevant in the senior ranks, and this program had everything that they needed to be competitive. I am so proud of them for pulling it all together here, and especially of Mary Beth. She has a lot of pressure on her shoulders skating with Rockne Brubaker, the Rockne Brubaker, two-time national champion, and she's living up to that here, and I'm so happy for them. So great to see Rockne smiling like we haven't seen in several years, and Mary Beth is so cute and just so energetic and alive, and she makes you happy to watch them skate and to watch them succeed. So congratulations to them on a fantastic start to their nationals here. They lead after the short program. Nobody caught up to them. Katie Denny and John Coughlin had some issues that she fell on a throw, and again, they're still kind of gelling as a pair. They have so much talent, but it's kind of reining it all in and making sure they hit everything. Then there's Amanda Ivora and Mark Ladvig, who ended up in second place after the short. And they're kind of the expected leaders here because they're really the only veterans of the group. And they do have very strong pair elements. Again, they missed the side-by-side throws. She fell, and that's going to be a crucial element if they're going to win their first national title. They sit Marley and Brubaker, Ivora and Ladvig, Denny and Coughlin heading into the free skate. And then that's followed by Castelli and Schnappier, who had a solid short as well. So it's going to be a very dynamic final group, and it'll be interesting to see how the young Mary Beth Marley, along with Rockne Brubaker, in only their second year pair skating, Mary Beth at all, but the two of them together, will be able to hold up in a long program. It's a totally different game going into a 4.5 minute long program than it is the 2.5 of a short program. Far fewer elements. It's much easier to focus for that short amount of time than the extra length. So we'll see if they're able to put it all together the same way they did in the short, again in the long. And the same can be said for Amanda and Mark. They have to be able to put the fall in the short program behind them, as do Katie and John, and move on to the long without holding anything back. There's really no room for error because the three teams, any one of them could win the free program. The lead is just under 5 points for Mary Beth and Rockne, and that's a pretty strong lead going into the free skate, but they're going to have to maintain that level of excellence all the way through the free skate. It's going to be exciting to watch if it's anything as good as the short program was. The main event at Nationals is generally the ladies' event here in the US, and there are always some fireworks. But again, we saw those fireworks from very unexpected sources throughout the short program. Most of the contenders skated early on, at least the big names, Mirai Nagasu, Alyssa Cisney. They skated in early groups, and they both stumbled. There weren't a lot of clean skates early on, and it was kind of looking like it was going to be, well, whoever stands up on the most elements is going to win the short program. Mirai bobbled on a triple loop, and when she did that, the spark in the program was gone. This program has to be perfect for her to be able to emotionally engage with it, and she hasn't been able to do that this season. She looked shocked by the mistake and has said that's not how she's been practicing, but she's going to have to forget that and pull it all together in the long program. Now, she tends to skate better from behind than in the lead, so this may actually work out better for her. However, she is in 5th place by about 6 points heading into the free skate. Sitting in 4th place, just above her, is possibly the greatest surprise of the night for me. The leader's a surprise as well, but Caroline Zhang, after all of the drama, after all of the trouble that she has been through in the last couple of years, changing her technique, really trying to decide if she even loves to skate anymore, skated possibly the short program of her life. Triple loop combination. Now, she didn't get full credit for it. The scores were a little lower than they would have been otherwise. But triple loop, double axel, and a triple flip, actually, sorry. And all of the technique is so much improved. She skated with greater speed. She had the biggest smile on her face throughout the entire program. I haven't seen her enjoy skating that much in years. And she blew me away. And it wasn't just me. It was everyone in the building and everyone on Twitter. I mean, the whole hashtag SJ2012 just exploded after she skated. And she's in 4th place after the short program. I never expected that. I didn't really expect her to be a medal contender here based on her past experiences in the last couple of years. So proud of her for putting the work in and for doing what she loves and really reigniting that love for skating, finding herself in the sport again, and she's well on her way. Again, a long program is much different than a short program, and she's struggled in long programs even when she hits a clean short. So it'll be a good test for her to see how far back she's really come. Then, sitting in 3rd place, potentially a co-favorite for this event, Ashley Wagner. Now, I might have had her a little higher in this short program. However, she's essentially tied with Alyssa Cisney in 2nd place. They're just decimal points apart. Ashley Wagner's programs this year are so good for her. They calm her down. She's very controlled, very polished and mature, and there's interesting twists in the choreography, interesting music choices, very refined for Ashley. And I think that's benefited her technically because she's so comfortable and so smooth in the choreography that she's working with that it allows her to really focus all the way through the program. Clean program for her in the short program, which she hasn't done at nationals in years. I believe since 2008, she hasn't skated a clean short at nationals. So that's kept her out of the medal hunt, or it's kept her off the podium, or kept her from a title because she's done so poorly in the short. Good for her for shaking off that demon and putting herself in the position she needs to be in heading into the free skate. Then there's Alyssa Cisney. Many considered her a favorite for this event, myself included. She has so many intricacies in the quality of her skating that when she's on, she's hard to beat. Now, she singled the axel in this program. What is that? What mistake is that? That's not something she's made this season. And, you know, she skated so solid around that. But the thing that she has is the levels on the spins and the grades of execution. She gets huge numbers on those spins that we all rave about. We don't rave about them just because they're fun to look at, but they actually do score her significant numbers of points that allow her to kind of slip past a mistake like the single on the axle and still leave her in good position headed into the free skate. She's in 2nd place, but again, just barely. Ashley Wagner is right there. The leader, though, Agnes Zawadzki. I have not heard from anyone who had her leading the short program in this event. Maybe medaling here, but not necessarily leading after the short. She was spectacular. She hit every element. She was so sure. Her jumps were huge. Her character throughout this skate was very sassy. She's got a little diva going on, and it was great to see because she maintained it from beginning to end and incorporated all of the technical aspects that the short program needed to have. She had a huge number in the short program and a significant lead, a 3.5 point lead, something like that, over Alyssa Cisney and Ashley Wagner, who are the other two sitting in medal position right now. The question again, these skaters who surprised us in the short programs are not necessarily known for being very consistent. Are they going to be able to maintain that edge all the way through a 4-minute long program? That's where the consistency, that's where the training, that's where the experience comes into play. And it's also difficult skating from the lead, as Mirai Nagasu and Ashley Wagner and Alyssa Cisney all know too well. It's difficult to skate when you're the one everyone's gunning for, particularly if you're later on in the evening. So, Agnes has quite the task on her hands, but the final group, Agnes Zawadzki, Ashley Wagner, Alyssa Cisney, in reverse order of that, Caroline Zhang and Mariah Degasu. Who could have asked for a better final flight in the ladies long program here in San Jose? It's going to be spectacular, and I can't wait. We've got another set of short programs on tap for tonight. This time it's the men and the ice dancers taking center stage in San Jose. Both events with some sparks of their own, and it'll be interesting to see who their surprises are once this event gets underway. I'm expecting the unexpected, as you always have to at Nationals, so it'll be a great night of skating and one that will set up an amazing finish through the rest of the weekend.